But what it was all about for Celtic fans this evening was the presentation of the Bank of Scotland Scottish Premier League trophy. And there it is, bedecked in green and white ribbons after tonight's match. Martin O'Neill at the side there, and there was Tommy Boyd, the club captain, to lift the trophy in front of 60,000 adoring supporters. And so to the actual match at Celtic Park tonight, where for many Celtic supporters, the 90 minutes of football was merely a prelude to the presentation of that SPL trophy. This is how the two teams lined up. No Neil Lennon for Celtic due to a family bereavement. Chris Sutton missing as well. McNamara and Johnson stepped in. The basic shape was changed with Agat switching to the left-hand side of midfield. Johnson slotting in alongside Larsson. A strong-looking Hearts side in opposition with Gary Wales and Andy Kirk handed the task of breaching Celtic's defences. Kevin McKenna started at the back with Antti Niemi charged with keeping Larsson from breaking any more records. The referee tonight was Mike McCurry, and before kick-off, a minute's silence in memory of Jim Baxter, who passed on last week. Match commentator this evening, Peter Martin.
The championship is won, and while this match has been somewhat overlooked as a spectacle because of the imminent presentation of the SPL Championship trophy, Hearts will be determined to spoil the party here at Celtic Park this evening to further their own ambitions of finishing in 4th position in the table. Well, for Martin O'Neill and Celtic, there are still some records to be broken, and of course the chance of winning the treble in the Scottish Cup final against Hibernian still on the horizon. Everybody here looking forward to Celtic receiving the trophy, but tremendous credit to everyone inside the stadium for paying their respects to the late great Jim Baxter. Agat. Early minutes of the match, Celtic pressing, thinking about a shot here. Agat drives one in. Oh, brilliant shot, denied with a crossbar. Didier Agat, one of the bargain buys of the season. As soon as he created the space, there was only one thought in mind, and that really would have capped off a memorable season. Good play by Johnson. Confidence about Celtic's play here, moving it about quickly, forcing Hearts onto the back foot. Nice move, well covered by Stephen Presley. He's one of those players so influential in the back line for Hearts, and Craig Levein realises the value. Holding it up, Andy Kirk. Away with the ball is Colin Cameron. Good play by Kirk now. Cameron, can he get the cross in there? He's an opportunity for Hearts. Boyak's onside. It's a chance, and the reason Hearts don't have the opening goal is very much down to the Belgian international, Jus Valharen. Johnson putting Larsson in. Is this the goal for Henrik Larsson? Good save, Niemi. Agat. A well-worked move, which showed much to the creativity of Tommy Johnson. Larsson looked odds on to play it across into the back of the net for his 50th goal, but the save from the foot of Antti Niemi denies him that accolade. McNamara, and it goes, the header coming in. Martin O'Neill still hoping for that opening goal. He's certainly determined that Celtic will finish the season on a high. McNamara taking the return. Plenty of Celtic players over. One of them, Tommy Johnson, switching the play again. Agat thinking about another shot, and again Niemi blocking. Celtic's best chances really emanating from the flanks, and they spread the play, and Didier Agat has had the two best opportunities and brought out the best. When here's an opportunity, well, Robert Douglas did really well there. He came out of his goal and avoided contact on the ball with his hand. Hearts almost sneaking in there. And that's a key feature of the Celtic side. Everyone working back when they don't have the ball. Valharan has already scored against Hearts. Confident from that distance. Thompson spreading the play once again. McNamara. Again, a lovely pass from Thompson. Agat, similar position, driving it in once more. That's when he's at his best, coming in from the wing, driving the shot in. Celtic quickly on the move. Agat, can he get the cross in? Once again, Stephen Presley covering efficiently at the back, despite the pace of the Frenchman. On the half-hour mark, Celtic still looking for the breakthrough. Free header from Mjällby. Larsson tried to redirect the header, but Johan Mjällby very rarely gets the opportunity to rise above everyone, more or less unchallenged. Mjällby. Healy. Caught in possession. Space here for Thompson to work in. And the out, as ever, Agat. Swings it in there, McNamara. There's the goal, he's missed it. Well, you would have put your mortgage on that going into the back of the net. Alan Thompson can't believe it, I certainly can't. He looked odds on to score. McNamara into his path, a slip by Presley, and Thompson had to pick his spot, and that is a magnificent save from Niemi. Well, McNamara just trying to guide it towards goal, and eventually it looked as if Alan Thompson would score the opening goal. Great save by Antti Niemi. Here's a chance for Hearts. And Gary Wales managed to sneak in behind the Celtic defence for the first time, and to his credit, managed to get the shot away, but couldn't direct it on goal. Much of that was down to the attention once again of Valharan. McNamara. Larsson. Healy. Mjällby puts it in. There's the flick. Alan Thompson didn't manage to steer his header towards goal, but again, I think Celtic can count themselves lucky. They managed to get a corner out of that. 4 minutes from half-time. Thompson with the corner. Presley with a header away. Agat. There's been three clear-cut chances. Agat. That one always difficult, trying to direct the volley towards goal, keeping his eye on it. Technique, but just a couple of inches wide of the post. And certainly have had most of the possession, most of the chances. Half-time in this match. Celtic have had the best chances. Didier Agat, well, you could tell of all the chances, he did catch out Antti Niemi with a cracking shot. Denied Celtic the opening goal, came off the bar. And the other chance, the best of it, falling to Celtic once again. Alan Thompson looked odds on to score, but yet again Antti Niemi denied him that opening goal. And crucially, at the end of 45 minutes here at Celtic Park, It's Celtic 0, Hearts 0.
Skelly's Motherwell, the nearly new car specialists.
Celtic had by far the better of the first half, and for all their chances, no reward. What the next 45 minutes holds for many inside the stadium. Hopefully a goals rush from Celtic, but this match following much the same pattern as their Scottish Cup encounter, very tight, and it may be that only one goal will settle it. But Celtic, including this man, Didier Gat, pressured for so long. And once again, the Frenchman's speed wins the free kick. I'm sure Craig Levein will be very unhappy if Hearts should concede a goal right at the start of the second half after the team talk in the break. And here comes Lambert. McNamara. The run by Healy, he's in here. Shot! Oh, that was a good run by Healy and a good shot. Picking up the pass, making the run. Tommy Johnson. Nice ball in there to Larsson. Cutting across. Johnson just holding it up. Celtic's midfield trying to get through, including Mialbi from the back. Lambert, Thompson. Now here's an opportunity for the shot. It all opened up for Alan Thompson. Colin Healy makes way for Lubomir Moravcik. A tactic of Martin O'Neill. Bring on the Slovakian and change the fortunes of his side. Celtic are to get that win. They're going to have to breach this Hearts defence, and this is the man who may well unlock it right now. Look at the pace of Agat, sweeping it across, and McKenna's there. It's almost as if he has 2 or 3 extra gears, and he can give certain players 4 or 5 yards on him, and he's off. Thompson to swing this one in. Header, taking it all the way to Johan Mialbi. Thompson, maybe another shot, opts for the pass. Moravcik with time now, he will think about the shot now, sizing it up. He's such a gifted footballer on either foot, and from there he's well capable of unleashing the ball right into the back of the net. But Niemi once again denies Celtic the opener. Johnson, Larsson in here, Presley covering him. Oh, he's put it into the path of Moravcik. 1-0 Celtic. 67 minutes gone, and Lubomir Moravcik follows the plan of action of Martin O'Neill. The substitute comes on, changes the fortunes for Celtic, shows them the way to go, calm as you like. And the Slovakian scores goal number 11 of the season. And he is invaluable to Celtic, and he's quite happy to stay on again and help Celtic in their bid for the Champions League. And that goal could seal win number 29 of the season. Cameron. Free kick to Celtic, taken quickly. Celtic coming forward, and that looks as if there could be a fair bit of trouble here for Stephen Presley. Didier Gat in some pain. And Stephen Presley gets a yellow card for the challenge, and I think he can consider himself rather fortunate there. Here comes Celtic. Larsson, is this the goal? Henrik Larsson, oh, denied it. A last-ditch tackle quick free kick. Larsson onside. Looked as if he was going to put it into the net, and Scott Severin to the rescue. Boyack. Thompson, Celtic have spare men. Larsson, he's in here. Henrik Larsson, great save again, Niemi. It's just not going to be Larsson's night. But this wonderful chance for Henrik Larsson. Again, just getting it on target. Niemi stood up as long as possible. Moravchik picking the pass. Larsson couldn't pick his spot. Paul Lambert has been absolutely magnificent for Celtic. Not only in this match, but throughout the season. Influential, and the Celtic captain has done his job, and the club captain comes on to milk the celebrations in the final 5 minutes of this game. The end of this match is imminent, and Celtic can really celebrate in style with the trophy in hand and heading into the cabinet at Celtic Park. Presley. The noise is incredible, cheering their heroes, and I don't think even the most ardent of fan would have anticipated this. Martin O'Neill shaking hands with Craig Levein and Peter Houston, and the Celtic players get ready to receive the rewards for their efforts. Over the 90 minutes, one goal settled it. Martin O'Neill made the substitution. It was Lubomir Moravchik, and he delivered the goal set up by Henrik Larsson into his path. He was calm, and he picked his spot, side-footing it into the nets. And in 67 minutes, it was the only goal of the match, and it finished after 90 minutes. Celtic 1, Hearts 0. Here come the champions, the Bank of Scotland, Scottish Premier League champions, led out by Tom Boyd, and the man who's made it all possible, Martin O'Neill, arrived here in the summer. He said, Rangers are the benchmark, we have to bridge the gap. Rangers won it by 21 points last season. If we can close in on Rangers, it will be a success. He has superseded every expectation surrounding this club, and the club captain is about to receive the reward for an exceptional season. They are now trying to break the 100 points barrier. Played 34, they've won 29, drawn 4 and lost only 1. In recognition, Tom Boyd lifts the Scottish Premier League trophy, and Celtic are the champions for the 37th time in their history. And how they celebrate inside Celtic Park. Paul Lambert was magnificent in the 90 minutes against Hearts this evening. Tommy Johnson, Jackie McNamara kisses the trophy. Celtic Park erupts. Robert Douglas, signed from Dundee, and an integral part of a team which has provided many highlights. I don't think even in their wildest dreams, way back at the start of this campaign with that 2-1 victory against Dundee United, they thought for a minute they were going to not only bridge the gap on Rangers, but turn it around so drastically. They are 18 points clear, and they still have 4 games remaining. They've scored 82 goals so far. They've only conceded 24, and that man, among others, has been so crucial, shoring up the defence. Jus Valharen, one of Martin O'Neill's signings. This man has been absolutely magnificent. 49 goals. Morten Vikost would dearly have loved to have been part of it, and significantly and rather poignantly, he picks up the trophy as the last man. And it's time for Martin O'Neill, John Robertson and Steve Walford to receive the acclaim, the adulation from a Celtic support who quite clearly hail this trio as the messiahs and the saviours of a club who was so far behind Rangers. He instilled confidence in the side. He added new signings. And I don't think even Martin O'Neill could have envisaged the transformation in the club.
Yeah, great scenes as you would have expected at Celtic Park this evening, and after the match and that trophy presentation, Katrina Harvey gathered reaction.
Oh, it feels great. First time I get this particular one, so the team gets it, so we feel very proud. It was great to get it today.
Martin O'Neill, he's done a tremendous job. What can you say about him?
No, he's been great right through the season. He's encouraged us and he's gave us the work ethic that we need to win football games, and it's paid dividends.
For you personally, it's been a very difficult year for you, but the reception you got tonight was quite overwhelming.
It's been all worth it, you know. I went on there to lift the trophy, and I did it sort of reluctantly because I felt that this night belongs to the players that have played, carried Celtic through this season. But I mean, I was worth it in the end because I got such a warm welcome, and to be fair, it's some sort of support I've had from all the fans and from all corners of the country. During the past 5 or 6 months, it's been tremendous.
Could you ever have envisaged when you came to Celtic how successful this season would be?
I don't think in our wildest dreams we could have, because the gap was obviously very, very big last season. The lads who were here, you know, a wee bit down in the mouth in terms of confidence, and so in that aspect it's been terrific. But you can't win a football game without players, and they have been sensational. And I've got to say, I have the occasional moan here at the crowd by just not, you know, who might see a couple of passes go astray and just a little bit of moan goes up. But overall, their efforts behind the players have been fantastic. 60,000 people, and there have been a number of occasions this season where it's been really, really intimidating for the other side to play matches, and I think they're getting their old spirit back again.
Hearts made it difficult, but there was no way the Celtic team were going to pick up the trophy in a night that they didn't have another victory.
No, I think that's just been a character of the side this season. You know, I felt we thoroughly deserved the victory. I don't think the Grab had too many saves to make. I think we went about and had a few chances in the first half, a couple in the second half. Not too many, but I thought that we certainly merited the victory.
To sum up in just one word, this season and the atmosphere tonight, what would it be?
Marvellous.
Marvellous.
I thought you might say that. We'll talk about the game in a minute, Billy Stark, but first of all, Celtic this season, it's been an amazing turnaround when you think what Martin O'Neill inherited.
Yeah, I mean, he's managed to rejuvenate the players that were already there, and he's made crucial signings as the season's gone on, who have all slotted in very quickly and played a major part in the great season that they've had, Jim.
And of course, getting Larsson back must be a major factor as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's something John Barnes took a lot of criticism, and probably a lot of it deserved, but the one thing that people don't really understand is the you know, part that Larsson can play, and really they missed him that season, but this season we've seen him come back and play even to a higher standard than we thought possible. And
some incredible signings by Martin O'Neill. One of them, Didier Agat, who he picked up for, we hear, £35,000, and what an impression he made on tonight's match.
Yeah, well, I mean, he played on the left-hand side tonight, which is a newish role for him, and he's very right-footed, but you do get the benefit when he cuts inside, as we see here, and he unleashes a great shot there. I mean, I think tonight he had more shots, you know, on target and round about the goal than he's had in any other game this season.
Hearts had their opportunities in that first half. This was Stephen Boyack.
Yeah, I mean, Celtic totally dominated, but they did have one or two opportunities. That was one of them, where they got a man over and quickly got the ball to him. It was a great saving tackle from Volharen. Great ball from Tommy Johnson there, and Niemi, who's played very well against Celtic this season. I think
always
he's something like 20 goals, which is bizarre really, because he's performed very well, as I say, and stopped Henrik Larsson getting his 50th goal there. And
there Agat involved again, and Niemi again to the rescue.
Yeah, well, McNamara takes up a good position around the back post, and Alan Thompson, I think, will, you know, look back and wonder why he didn't score there. It obviously was in his poorer foot, but in any other day, I think he probably would have scored there. But at that time, Celtic were pushing very hard to get in front.
I think there's a wee chance for Gary Wales at this point.
Well, there have been one or two occasions this season when Celtic have so much of the game that the concentration's not been quite right, and he gets between the central defenders there, although to be fair to them, they get back and put him off enough to miss the target.
Celtic always in that first half looked the most likely to score, and a gap willing to take a shot at every opportunity.
Yeah, well, I mean, we see him here. He's obviously outside the area for a corner kick for Celtic, and that's a very well executed volley there, and really the player on the post knows it's going just by the post.
It had a feeling at half-time that it might be a 0-0 draw, and it needed something to change the match. O'Neill changed it by bringing Moravcik on. He almost had an immediate impression when he came on for Colin Healy there.
Well, I mean, Moravcik is a very, very talented player, and the way the game was set up, it was ideal for him because Hearts had worked very, very hard to close him down. Moravcik there on his right foot. Hearts inviting him to shoot, but Niemi producing another great save. This was a goal. It was a great ball from Tommy Johnson over his shoulder. Larsson once again, you know, has the vision to see that Moravcik's in a better position, and once he's in that position, there's only one inevitable finish, and that's the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah, I'm glad you credited Tommy Johnson there because that was a wonderful pass through for Larsson over his head.
Yeah, well, I thought Tommy Johnson played very well tonight. Having got some games under his belt, he's now getting nearer the fitness required and the sharpness required, and he produced that tonight.
And this was Niemi to the rescue yet again.
Yeah, I mean, Henrik Larsson there, he obviously, it's slightly on his left-hand side, and he wants to hit it with his right foot, and he doesn't quite get his body round, and once again, Niemi's in a good position to block, but that's one that we would expect Larsson to score.
So it looks as though he's going to have to wait just a few, well, maybe next game, you never know, he might break another record next time.
Yeah, I mean, strangely enough, in the last couple of games, you know, notwithstanding the great header at Hampden, he's looked a wee bit nervy in front of goal. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I'm sure he'll get his 50th goal. He's got enough games left. Tom
Boyd, the club captain, came on to lift the trophy tonight, quite rightly. Paul Lambert, who'd lifted the last trophy at Hampden, had a magnificent game in defence for Celtic.
Yeah, I quite agree. Lambert was absolutely magnificent tonight, doing all the things that he does so well, but you know, he got forward and you know, he created things as well. But I think when Celtic have so much of the game, that type of player is invaluable because he just sits behind it and he dictates the whole thing for them and makes sure that they keep probing and creating chances.
OK, Billy, for the moment, thanks very much indeed. Now, if you were watching Scott Sport this afternoon, we set a competition for a chance to win a pair of tickets to next week's Old Firm Derby, courtesy of shirt sponsors NTL. The question we asked you was this: where will next week's Old Firm Derby be played? The answer was, of course, Ibrox. And the winner of a pair of Celtic tickets is Jerry Collins from East Kilbride. And the Rangers tickets go to William Benson from Afford in Aberdeenshire. Well done to you both. We hope you enjoy the game, and someone will be in touch with you over the next couple of days to make arrangements to get those tickets to you.